got CeeDee Lamb. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's all up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the young man from the University of Arizona, their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 4 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, it's a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They go play action here on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The Eagles offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's Foles. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Foles. Got him in. It's Brown. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Here's Daniel Wheeler now.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On second down, they'll run it here. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
At the 36-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff looking right. 20! And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
George Pickens,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And out now come the Eagles.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Foles.
That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say for the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Now they'll run on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Now behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Cowboys at 6-5 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Gets around him. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They're sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion, the tight end. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down.
Foles is going to keep this.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. They'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
87 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back to throw now on 1st down. Bryant has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson.
And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
2nd and 13. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dumps it off to Barkley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver still gets a point there? Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
Here's one deep for Pickens. That is incomplete.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Washington Commanders, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Good games in the late afternoon as well. We'll stay out east and highlight the matchup at MetLife Stadium, where it'll be the Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'm keeping an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles.
They're going to look to throw.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. 2nd down and 4.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Back at the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Left side to Lamb.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. It's caught by Bryant.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert enough They'll throw here out of the gun.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jeffrey will go in motion right. Now Foles. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Foles. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Slot man moves right. Here's Foles. It's caught. Smith. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Butker on for the PAT. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
And he is caught by Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Oh, he stays up. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's taken down inside the 30. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. They shakes him off. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Sanders is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
The drive will start with an option going left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a third down.
And Barkley did not get there. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber? I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
On the out route, he completes it to Hall.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. In motion left comes Brown.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. Butker's kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them, both sides to be thrilled with that.
That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Up the middle with Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give up the gun to Abdullah. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 1st and goal. Pierce is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
They run. Abdullah. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.
Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. as this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.